I am interested in financial freedom. I watched their video about marketing. I'm like, okay, this video is nice. I go to their profile. I see more videos about them. I decide to subscribe and follow. A week later, this person is holding a free masterclass. I join the masterclass. When this person comes on and tells me they're creating a membership, offering one-to-one service, I'll be able to believe them because they've piqued my interest from the go. I'm able to trust them and do a transaction with them, paying for the service at the same time getting value that they promised from their services. I think we can all agree there's been so much hype about creating a personal brand because we have brands that we use and swear by. For instance, Coca-Cola, Colgate, Shell, Caltex. Think of a brand that you love and think of why this brand has been known, loved, and used by you. Gone are the days when branding was all about products, the things we loved, the cars we drove, the clothes we wore, the perfumes we sprayed ourselves. Nowadays, branding is cross-cutting. We now have personal brands. A personal brand is who you want to be known as and what you want the people to know about you. Personal brands have been existing for a very long time. Think of Abraham Lincoln. He was a personal brand. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Theresa May, Trevor Noah, Oprah Winfrey. All those are brands that we know of people. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to build yourself a personal brand. Ask me how. I've built myself an intentional personal brand over the years. And when you mention my name, people know me for specific things that I do. People know me for what I stand for. People know me for what I want them to know me for. So the first thing when it comes to building a personal brand is you have to have the self-awareness. You have to understand what you're good at. What is your special sauce, as I like to call it? What can you offer as a service or a product? What do you talk about without getting tired? What are those topics that people come to you always asking for help, asking for your opinion, asking for your thought? And what are those things where you are a thought leader? Don't get me wrong, a personal brand can be at any level. It can be based on your school, based on your friendships, based on your work, and based on your social setting. With social media, it's been so easy for us to create ourselves personal brands. We create ourselves those marketing documents that tell the world who we are, that showcase the value that we bring. And you can create yourself a personal brand today. So as you do your self-awareness, I would want you to think about these questions. What are you good at? What's your special sauce? What's the leverage that you bring? What is something that you can speak about without getting tired? Who do you want to be known as? What do you want people to say about you? When you're able to answer these questions, what will happen is you'll be intentional in how you create your personal brand. Personal brands are now selling because when you create yourself a personal brand, you can use whatever you're known for to make a source of income. This is how you monetize yourself. And this is how you make yourself to be the niche or the niche, as some people like to call it. For instance, I started this YouTube channel with an intention of building my personal brand. I'm all about personal development, self-mastery, achieving your goals, financial freedom, being healthy, and being wise. When I encompass all those things, I can be known as a whole-round life coach who can coach someone when it comes to mindset, who can coach someone when it comes to fitness, who can coach someone when it comes to personal development, and who can give valuable tools and resources to my audience and also my clients. So when you do the self-awareness, it's going to be the first step that is going to help you discover exactly how you need to craft your personal brand. Number 2 is to test it. How do you test your personal brand? You gather information. By gathering information, decide on what audience you want to attract. Because when you create an audience, you can know how the audience perceives you. From the comments, from the likes, from the subscribes, from the shares, and testimonials. So ask yourself these questions. Do I have a social media following? If so, why do I think the people who follow me follow me? This can be a very easy question for you to answer if you engage with your audience. Like Instagram has what they call the questions, whereby you write a question in your stories and people reply to that question. You could start by that. In 2022, I did a survey of my audience. I asked them, if someone asked you about faith, how would you describe me? Many of the members of my audience gave me answers of what I exactly knew I was good at. Many said I'm a motivator, I'm a go-getter, I inspire them, and I knew that was the personal brand I was trying to create for myself. So when you gather this information, you are able to use it to collect your personal brand. So after you've gathered this information, I would want you to monetize yourself. Ask me, how do I monetize myself? You monetize yourself by now pinpointing those problems that your audience might be facing and providing solutions. Yes, you pinpoint a problem that your audience is facing and you provide a solution. How you provide the solution could be through a lead magnet. A lead magnet is one that you're going to give out as a freebie in exchange of them giving you their email addresses to help you build your audience on an intimate level. By intimate, I mean you're going to create yourself a newsletter audience, whereby you'll have those people in your circle and you can control the algorithm because it's not linked to social media. You have your email list, and it's that email list that you're going to nurture with time, and eventually those people on your email list will become your real fans who will later turn into paying clients. But let's not go ahead before I tell you this. Creating a lead magnet is going to help you scratch the problem on the surface. For instance, I have a blueprint for career fulfillment. If someone downloads that blueprint, I make them aware of the problem they might be facing in their career. And from that problem, they're able to either book a free call with me to establish more rapport and know exactly how I can help them overcome that career problem that they're experiencing. Number 2, I have a reset routine that I've used to establish my businesses and also keep track of my goals. If someone downloads that reset routine, they get onto my email list. That way I can nurture them into real fans who later on turn out to be paying clients. So a lead magnet is one way that you can start offering value and also getting your audience know about what you offer. The other thing that you could do would be to start a podcast whereby you talk about that topic over and over again in each and every episode that you release. Because marketing says that for someone to buy from you anything, they have to have listened to whatever you're selling at least 7 times for them to buy. That means that if you want to sell a service through your personal brand, you have to make sure that that service is talked about at least 7 times before you convince that potential buyer to buy from you. Number 3 would be to start a YouTube channel whereby you talk about everything that you do, but you talk about it in such a way that you're either educating, inspiring, entertaining, or motivating someone to do something about their life. I have this YouTube channel. When I started this YouTube channel, it was basically for me to document my postpartum weight loss journey. In the end, I've lost 40 pounds and I've documented everything. So if I come out and tell a person, I'm going to help you lose weight, I have the proof that it has worked for me and I can be able to sell that service to them. So now you've created the lead magnet, you've gained the email address, you've gained the audience. You now need to transfer that audience from just being an audience into a paying client. How you do this is you have to keep offering value. Keep giving value. And as you give value, you mention your products. And as you give value, you mention your services. And as you give value, you keep talking about what transformation your ideal client is going to get. As you do this, your potential clients will end up realizing, oh yeah, I need to contact Faith and Faith can help me get the result. You can also offer these services on a smaller scale to start with so that you gain that expertise and that social proof in terms of testimonials and case studies. So if you decide to establish either a blog, podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and any other way you're going to portray your content. When people consume your content, they are going to get interested. You're going to pique their interest into finding out more about your services. Let's talk about it in real sense. I have my phone. I'll go on TikTok and I'll be scrolling. Then I'll come across this person talking about financial freedom. I am interested in financial freedom. I watch their video about marketing. I'm like, okay, this video is nice. I go to their profile. I see more videos about them. I decide to subscribe and follow their content. A week later, this person is holding a free masterclass. I decide to give them my email address and I join the masterclass. After I've given them my email address, so I get onto their newsletter. When I get onto their newsletter, they're going to send me emails telling me about the services they offer, any potential masterclasses that are coming up. And that way, I am able to know more about what they do. When this person comes on and tells me they're creating a membership or they're offering one-to-one service, I'll be able to believe them because they've piqued my interest from the go. They've let me know how they work, and from the way they're working, I'm able to trust them and do a transaction with them whereby I'm paying for the service at the same time getting value that they promise that I'm going to get from their services. You see, that's how you end up monetizing your passions. All of us have many passions and all of us have so much unfair advantage that we can put to use. It only requires you to sit down and evaluate your life through that self-assessment and also test your personal brand that you want to create. Gather information by creating an audience, give value as you create the audience, and sell when time comes for you to sell. That's the way you're going to monetize yourself in 2024 and years to come. That's the way you're going to end up making yourself the niche, making yourself the personal brand that people will rave about. With personal branding, you have to be very, very intentional. And by creating this framework, you will be able to sell your services. Every time that you release something, your audience will be interested in getting it because they trust you, they know you, and they love you to be paying for the services and the products you offer. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's totally free for you to subscribe, and I would love to see you grow. If you want one-to-one help, how to establish a life you love, build sustainable habits, have an accountability partner, and build a career that's going to move you ahead, there's a link in my description for you to book yourself a free call with me. And if a free call is not something that you're after, you can get yourself my research routine Notion template that I use every month to keep on track with my goals and my ambition. If that's not enough for you, you can also check out my career development services. The link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have loved it, please subscribe. It's totally free for you to subscribe, and catch you in the next video. Bye bye.